What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy, Mike James of P&Z Life Coaching, and I'm back again with another episode of Black Business Booming. Look, I'm so excited. Thank you to everybody who has supported this and this platform and has liked, shared, comment, anything else, and to all my past interviewees. I'm so excited. I say this every time, and I'll continue to say it. It was just a vision of mine, and I didn't know where it would go. And so far, it's been so many people that are in my circle. And, it's one of those things I always say, too, as a reminder that I don't need anybody to tell me what Black people are not or are doing, because I see it. I see success. So I'm excited. I have another amazing guest on this episode. So I want to give the opportunity for my awesome guest to introduce herself, tell us your name, and a little about your business.
Hey, everybody. I am Javonne Steward, founder and CEO of Pillow Thingy LLC. I am a Chicago native, born and raised in Chicago, South Side. I currently reside in Houston, Texas, been here for 8 years, and I absolutely love it. I am a mother of 2 wonderful children, and I'm just fired up about life.
Yes, love it.
Yeah, so that's my intro. So
I love it, man. And, for, again, anyone that knows you or is acquainted with you, they feel that fire. I love the way you say you're fired up about life. So,
here's a fun fact about me. I was born in a fire station.
Wow.
That's my fun fact. Born in a fire station, which probably explains my fiery personality. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, because that's the
destiny.
Thing too. Yeah, that's one thing too. We were talking a little bit before we started, and I was just saying, like, if there was a kindred spirit, you would be mine, because it's all energy, and I get it all the time. Oh, energy, and I'm thinking like, oh, there are others out there. Because if I see Javonne Steward come across my Instagram or Convos or anything, I know I'm about to get some energy. And so that's interesting that you said.
Feel it.
Yes, I feel that flame. You were born in the fire.
I was born in a fire station.
Wow, that's so awesome.
In the summertime shines. Hot in the summertime shines.
Yes.
Yep.
People let people know you watch Black Business Boom and you get some gems, some unheard of stuff. So that's dope. So I love the business and being acquainted with it. So Pillow Thingy. So tell us, when did that start and what inspired you to do so?
Pillow Thingy actually started in June 2018, and it actually was formed because I was going through a difficult transition in my life, and it just dug up a whole lot of emotions. What's key to know is I grew up in foster care in the city of Chicago. I was in foster care for 11 years before I was adopted at the age of 16. And this is a very, very key part of my story, because when I was going through this life transition, it took me back to childhood. And I was feeling abandoned. And I remember one foster home that I went to, and we would bounce from foster home to foster home. There was a stuffed pillow, a little dog and a pillow that I had got at one of my foster homes. And I used to love that, that pillow. It was a sort of comfort for me. So fast forward 2018, when I go through this transition, it took me back there. And that's how Pillow Thingy was actually developed. This is stuck in my subconscious, and here I am. I developed that pillow from 7th grade, but it was a dog sitting on top of a pillow, and I created this it was actually by accident. But yeah, that's how Pillow Thingy got started.
That's so amazing. Even the connection. And so again, knowing about the business, right? And when I first saw it, I was like, I have to get this to my, my godson and to my niece, right? And then, the book. And so now hearing that just connects it, and it makes it even more real.
Yeah.
So felt like.
Yeah. That's what, like when I'm actually out in the market and people ask me these same questions, that's the connection that they get. It's kind of hard to get that connection on Instagram. If you don't know the backstory, then it literally clicks like, now I get it. So Pillow Thingy was like birthed from my, childhood hurts. So,
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I know what comfort I felt, going from home to home with a pillow, and I know how that can make children feel. And I was in the 7th grade when that happened. So yeah, this is very dear to my heart. It's my passion project. And I cannot wait to see what it is going to fully become. Like, it's going to blow my mind and everybody else's mind.
Yeah, that's so awesome too, because like you said, I think the difference between just an idea and something that flourishes is that passion, that story. And so now, again, like I said, even loving the business, but hearing that, it just makes it so real. And that security, what Pillow Thingy is to you, and for what it means to children. When you share those videos of the children who get in, it's like, because even as an adult mind, you look at it, it's like a pillow thing. I mean, what? But that's that right there, what you shared. That's the connection right there. That's so awesome.
Yeah, for people. And this is the thing about it is it's not just with kids. Like when one time I seen it in a grown man who was dancing with the pillows. Like, yes, like that, it awoke, like something was awakened inside of him. And I know what it was. I tapped into that childhood. And that's one of the things that I have been gifted at doing, is inspiring whatever is locked up on the inside of you. That's what I do with any product that I develop. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Oh, man, I don't know. It's just, it goes back to your intro, right? It kind of lights up that fire in me of thinking about that, thinking about that thing of, man, what it makes any entrepreneur, any person, period, anyone living, just think about, man, what can I do to drive something home like that? And so, I love that.
Yeah.
I
was born in adversity. That that story is phenomenal. When my biological mother told me that, he was born at a fire station. When she told me that years ago, it clicked. Like, this explains my personality. Like, this explains my passion and my fire and my drive. Is so symbolic in ways. So yeah.
And it even makes the book more real to me now, because I think I reached out to you about the book when I'm reading this book, right? This children's book, and I'm like, this is not just a children's book. This is a book, something just so simple, right? And something so small that has such a big impact. So again, it even makes the book jump out to me now. And just thinking about
that story, I literally wrote that story. That's literally a God-inspired story. And I wrote that story in under an hour, and it was on a sheet of paper.
Wow.
Just a sheet of paper. And if you guys go to Pillow Thingy's Instagram, I believe you should see me in a yellow dress, and you'll see me. I used to read the story out of a binder until an editor, I gave the story to an editor and said, can you jazz this up? And she jazzed it up for me. Like, she was like, Javonne, this story is phenomenal. And I'm like, it's a classic. It's like everything I touch, I want to, be able to, it can transcend from generation to generation. So in any of my businesses that I touch, I'm not just about the quick buck. I'm about who can I transform, who can I inspire, and how can this, continue on forever and ever. Like, Dr. Seuss books, all these classics, like Princess Javonne, A Story of Overcoming Obstacles is a classic.
Yes.
It's a classic.
I concur. My name is Mike James, and I approve that statement.
I don't care what nobody say. That's a classic. Okay, That's a classic story book. It's very short. You can read it over and over. Yeah, so.
Awesome. Oh man, that's so dope. You know what? And it's so funny. I got to get another copy for the house for me, just to have, and to look at and to tell people about that. So that's so awesome. So in starting the business, what's one of the biggest challenges you faced in just the formation of business or launching out into entrepreneurship? What was one of the biggest challenges that you faced?
Oh, wow. It's so many different challenges over the years, like to just choose one. But if I could choose one, it's deciding if I want to share my legacy with other people. That's very, searching for the right business partner.
Yeah.
Is so that was very challenging to me. I have a friend who says, Javon, you just really giving, sometimes you just want to give a little too much. And so that was a hurdle that, I had to kind of jump over and make the decision. You know what? I'm going to just ride this thing on out solo, and build it up from, do my part, then seek the help that I need to bring in, future business partners.
Yeah.
So that was very challenging for me, seriously.
Right.
So I'm a lot to work with.
But you know what? There's beauty in that.
I got the right partner.
Yeah, and that's it's beauty in that, right? Because you know where you stand. And it's one of those things, it's your baby, right? And so even for you to know that about yourself, it makes it more real when you do share in that vision and you allow somebody to come into it. And it's, you can even make it more plain to them that, listen, let me tell you how I feel about this thing that we are about to embark on. And so I love that, because it's now you're knowing that even going into it. So I think that's awesome. And I think people need to safeguard, it's like protecting your energy. People need to safeguard that dream, and that's where it's investing in yourself. It means more than just spending the money and the time, but it's safeguarding your dreams and what you're trying to do. So I love that. So now in starting the business and you're doing that. And so 2018 to now, what are some of the day-to-day challenges of being a business owner and an entrepreneur? What are some of the day-to-day challenges?
Well, I still work a 9 to 5, but it's really a 8 to 4 job. And what's most challenging for me is the balancing being a mother, which is a priority in my life, and the business. Because in the past, when I've attempted to, once I have my focus locked on something, my focus is locked on that. And I attempted, several years ago to try to run a business, but home would, fall off. And then I said to myself, well, home can't fall off. So I need to pour my energy into my children and developing my household the way I want it to be, run my household the way I want it to, the way I want it to look, to be structured, so that, in my absence, it'll still run that way. And so that's a lot of work, to do. And so it's very challenging for me as a single mother. And my kids are very vocal. I'm giving too much attention to something. They are very vocal. Could come up off that sewing machine, Mom.
Right.
So that is that's the struggle, trying to balance. And at one point in my life, I was thinking can you have it all? And for women, that's kind of tough because we want to be super mom, but we want to be super CEO.
Mm-hmm.
And, if we're married, we want to be super wife, superwoman. And that's really hard. So
Yeah.
I have to consciously, deliberately, schedule time for business and schedule time for my children. So nothing gets lost in the sauce.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's a superpower,
Yes.
because it's many different facets, working that, 9 to 5, that 8 to 4, being a mom, being an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
that's 3 different full-time things.
Oh no, then you forgot. I am a nurse. I'm also a counselor. I'm a therapist. I'm whatever the kids need me to be. That is a part of my that's part of my job description. I wear a lot of hats. And my kids actually think I'm Superwoman. They really do.
You know what? I was thinking that as you were saying, it's like Superwoman, like
Yeah.
literally superhero. Yeah,
Yes, they
that's
do.
that's amazing. So, in contrast to the daily challenges, right, of being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, and it's all the hats that you wear. In contrast to that, what is the most satisfying thing about what you do? What is that thing that makes the everything you juggle? What is that thing that makes it worthwhile for you?
Uh Man, okay, so it's two parts. It's two parts. Um and let me focus on the home aspect of it. When my children see me, I not too long ago, my daughter's 10, and she's just like, Mom, I see you thriving. I love my kids use robust words.
Right.
Yes, honey, I'm doing something right. Mom, I see you thriving, and just the hope that's in my children's eyes. Like, they really hold me accountable. So that is when I'm doing well, they're doing well, and that's very rewarding. The business side is when I see, well, you can't see it. I see it. I think I'm an inspiration whisperer. I really do.
Mm.
When I see it unlock and I can feel people get inspired, like when it clicks, especially when it comes to, when somebody gets pillow thingy, because everybody does not get it.
Mm-hmm.
But when those who get it, I love it. I just recently, one of my customers shared with me, he was in a car with his daughter and she was using her imagination and said her pillow thingy was
Was
flying.
flying. I saw that. I was like, that's so dope. It's
I
amazing.
was like, yes,
And the pillow thingy
I've
was like
accomplished
hooked
it.
on the little I don't even know what that handle is called, but it's the hold on, it's the old bar when somebody's
Yes,
driving crazy. But and it was up there, and I was like, oh my God. And that's it. Like
that's
you
what I'm
tap into that
after,
world.
I
Yeah.
have I have a coworker who's a full grown woman, okay? And pillow thingy sits on her desk, well, when we were in the office, and she holds on to her pillow thing. She said, this brings me so much comfort, because she says she struggles with anxiety, and
Mm.
that type of it's comforting her, that's so rewarding for me. Like, okay, Javon, you are on the right path. Like, I can't fully explain, like, when people are like, what does it do? Like, those who know what it does
Yeah, if
get
you
it.
know, you know.
Like,
Right.
what you want me to tell you is, like, no, it doesn't. You can do it, like,
Right.
but like, I can't fully explain it to you. It does so many different things for so many different people.
Right.
So
And I think too, another thing I love about it too is your creativity, right? In the various the different designs, right? It's something for everybody.
it
Even
is.
in customization, customizing your own. And so I
Yeah.
think that's so awesome too, because it's what are you feeling? I think maybe every time you refresh that page, a different pillow thing you may speak to you, you know, depending on where
Yes.
you are. So I love that.
I keep them pretty much, they're around the house, in the living room, in the kitchen, in my bedroom. They're just not in the bathrooms. And it does something because honestly, I think it helped me through that moment in life, you know, where it helped me through that transition, the perfecting of pillow thingy, because it started off one way, it looked a hot mess, but I was like, I'm going to focus and I'm going to make this right. And you know, it was a lot of practice for like almost 2 months of sewing, like, and I'm self-taught how to sew, like, you know, I just started sewing within the past 6 years or
Wow.
so, and I'm not even like, I just know how to sew straight lines. And that story is amazing in itself, how I even began to sew. Like, that's a whole nother story. Just from me, just sharing my enthusiasm and passion about the Princess Javonne series. And a coworker saw that and gifted me a sewing machine and say, go make your dreams happen, pretty much.
Wow.
That's how, yeah. And I made my very first Princess Javonne doll. I had 2 people to buy it. If I ever get super duper uber rich, them dolls gonna be worth a whole lot of money. Like, I'm trying to tell you, because they were so excited. They was like, I want to make me a doll. So yeah, and actually I sold 2, and my daughter has the other one in her closet somewhere.
Wow.
It's
That's
a handmade.
amazing.
It's a Princess Javonne doll. If you see the cover of the book,
Yes.
It's a Princess Javonne doll.
Wow.
And they paid like $20. You know, for me to just practice.
Yeah. Wow. You may have to go back into your imagination to recreate that thing all of a sudden.
I know, you know,
the start.
People have they actually want the doll, but that's later on down the line. Because they gonna cost more than $20. Now I know how much handmade dolls really, people pay money for dolls.
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all can also DM me if you want me to practice.
And you know, speaking of that too, speaking on that DM, like I talked about it earlier about that energy, right, that you have and that you carry. And so for those of you who, if you need more than 1 cup of coffee and more than just my energy, man, it will definitely be in the description to make sure you connect with Javon, because it is all, many people know my mission, my personal life's mission, and what I want to lead through my business and everything that I do is to share my light, love, and positivity. And although I say that's my personal mission, I see many people who embody that, right? And that's what you get. I call it the light bearers, the energy givers, those love sharers. And you're definitely one of those. So that's just a little side plug that put that out there.
Come to the light.
Yes.
Come to the light.
So
go check these glasses out too. Be More Publishing. Be More You Publishing.
Nice.
I love it. Young entrepreneur.
Wow. So, and the glasses, we talked about that a little bit. When you say young entrepreneur, how old is the young man?
I don't know how old Bailey is, but I know he is an entrepreneur here in the Houston area. He's an author, and his Instagram is Be More You Publishing, and he's out here doing a thing in Houston. He's such an inspiration. I got a book of his and his glasses, and
Nice.
I love these glasses because they just make me be more of me.
I like that. Be more. He accomplished his mission.
Yes,
love it.
you did, Mr. Bailey. Yes, he did.
So Javonne, what would you say this person out there, that person, those people out there watching this, and they say, wow, that's an inspiration. I want to do that. I want to create that. I want to be in business. What would you say to that person who they're either on the fence of starting a business or tapping into entrepreneurship, or they're just starting out? What is that advice that you would give someone that's getting into the avenue of business, entrepreneurship?
The one thing that I will say is do anything you put your hands to. Do it with the spirit of excellence. Don't touch it if you are not ready to excel at it. That means the behind the scenes, pulling together the formation, like really do the work and do it with excellence. You can't drop the ball on anything. So whatever you do it with excellence.
Mm.
Don't touch it if you know you're going to be raggedy.
Wow.
You have to do it with the spirit of excellence, anything you touch, because that's pretty much your name, your everything on the line. And so you just can't half grass it.
Right. we get that. We got that. I see what you did there.
Where the kids may be watching this, whatever you do it with the spirit of excellence.
Love it.
It may not be perfect, and I'm had to slowly over the years get over being perfectionist. But everything you do, just if you put all your heart, your soul into it, you don't half grass it. Yeah, you're gonna be all right.
That's no matter what, right? Like
that's no matter what.
No matter what. So
yeah.
And speaking of that, like, what is this awesome, dope shirt that you have on? I see this black, white, and this red NXT. What is that?
No excuse today. This is another business that I've launched, and this actually launched this year. And it was actually birthed in the morning meetup. The morning meetup is a place that I gather each morning with a lot of entrepreneurs all across the country, or aspiring entrepreneurs. And just, I'm a very creative person, and there are many paths that I'm traveling through life, but the one thing that is very consistent in my life is this theme: no excuse today. I cannot make any excuse for why I can't accomplish any goal, any task, anything that I set out to do. Like, I'm a very driven individual, and just like, given my childhood, I technically should be a statistic. I could use my childhood as, the reasons of, why I can't make it in life, or, but I choose to do the opposite. I cannot make any excuse, and no excuse today is more like it's a mindset. It's a way of living. It's a lifestyle. To choose deliberately every day, I'm going to tackle something I said I wanted to do in life. So whether that's, and let me just give you an example. I'm all about parenting. Everything that I do literally is built with the whole family in mind, everything I do. And that was an area of my life where I wanted to excel in. And I think I've done a pretty good job, based on my children's feedback. That's all I'm going off of. My kids. If my kids say I'm whack, then, I have to adjust some things. But that's what I put. I made no excuse. I'm a divorced woman, now a single mother, and I couldn't make excuses of why I couldn't be there and show up for my children. So that's a no excuse today. If I wanted to lose 5 pounds, there's no reason why I can't lose 5 pounds. If I ever decided to go back to school, there's no excuse. Stop, desk. You see the desk is all in my trying to get my shine.
Just all up in your business.
Like, whatever you want to put, whatever dream or goal you have, there is no reason of why you can't get it accomplished. Period.
Oh, did we just say that at the same time?
We did. It was a little delay, but it was.
I'm telling you, like, wow, that's amazing. Like, there is, and here's the thing too. I tell people, I look at it where you can have a reason for something, right?
Yeah.
The reason that I did not get out today because I wasn't feeling well, or the reason that I didn't purchase that item because I didn't have the money to at the time. But an excuse is something that it's something just in the way. And I
Yeah,
love that because it's literally, like you said, it's a mindset. No excuse today. I'm not going to find some
an
reason or make
excuse.
it up as to why I can't do something. That's an excuse, and it's no excuse
Yeah, it's
tonight.
like the one thing that comes to mind, like when it comes to excuses, like think of Moses. Moses had a big task on his hand. God told him, "Hey, I want you to do this," but he was like, he started making excuses of why he couldn't do why he couldn't do the task, and that's what we do every day. Why we can't, like, we know we got something big and something awesome to do, but we make excuses of why we can't do it. I'm talking for those who, to those who know they have something special and unique to do in the earth. And
Yes.
they think, oh, I don't have education. Oh, I don't speak well enough. I don't have the connections. I don't have the money. I don't look the part. Like all these excuses, and like you've already been equipped, to go accomplish what it is that you were sent here to do. You've already been equipped to do it.
Wow.
I know I
Wow.
just gave you a whole
I,
message.
I'm
Y'all can
telling
go
you.
ahead and
What?
drop the offering.
Look, get out of my head. I was looking for the offering plate. I was going past the plate. Go ahead, reach down deep in your pockets and
Yes.
let
You
our guest speaker know how you
let
appreciate her.
let me tell you, that actually did happen to me at the marketplace. I was talking, and and the guy was like, "What can I give you?"
Wow. See, that's it. That's it. And
Yeah, it's
that
really weird.
is, you know, your gifts will make room for you, right?
They will.
Your your passion will pay you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, people, and that can go in many different ways, not just a financial thing, but in time, in opportunities, in platforms, in spaces, right? That passion, and when you live it
Yeah.
out, whew, so awesome. Yeah, I'm passing around the virtual offering plate right now.
The offering.
so so Javon, what's next? What's next for Pillow Thingy? No excuse today. What's next for the awesome superwoman that we are looking at right now?
I'm still, speaking of excellence, Pillow Thingy, what I envision for Pillow Thingy is for me to make replicas of myself.
Mm.
If I could teach other people how to do exactly what I do and make money, um, then I have become successful. So that's the next big thing for Pillow Thingy. It's more than just selling the actual individual Pillow Thingy itself. And Pillow Thingy can go in so many different directions: healthcare, education, um, comfort toys for military kids, comfort toys for foster kids. Like it's so many different elements to it. But I think what's most rewarding for me is if I could duplicate myself over and over and over again, then I've accomplished the success that I am actually seeking, to show other people how to do exactly what I do with Pillow Thingy. And that's actually that's being developed right now. It's going to take some time because I need it to be in the spirit of excellence. And it's going to come to fruition. It's going to come to light. I just got to keep putting it out there. And when you put it out there, I believe you do attract everything that you need. I'm saying it out.
Yes,
I don't know who may
definitely.
be watching this and who may have, what it is that I need. So yes, that's the next best thing that's coming with Pillow Thingy. For No Excuse Today, it's ongoing. And I can't, it's so much going on with this. Programs, seminars, speaking, like yeah,
Amazing.
it's coming.
So you're literally birthing a movement.
Yeah, what you see, like literally, and I hope this serves, my story serves as inspiration well beyond long, when I'm gone. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want people to be like, I remember Javonne, and she started from the bottom. Now she here, like literally, she grew up in the projects. She was a foster kid, and she had, failed relationships, and she was an overcomer. And like, you are living, you like seeing it all from the beginning.
Wow, man, that's
Yep.
so amazing. Man, I hear so much with that. Like I said, you're birthing a movement. I hear like a just in my mind what I'm seeing almost like a movie played out, and
Yeah.
you're laying it out where it's so such a beautiful story. So, man, I'm so excited. So, tell people how they can see all this awesomeness that I see on a daily basis. How can people get in touch with you and follow everything that you're doing?
Well, I would love for you to follow me on my personal page, Javonne.Steward, and that's on Instagram. And from there, you'll be able to get the links to my Pillow Thingy Instagram and No Excuse Today Instagram, and just follow me. It's good for people to follow to get to know my personality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very big on and very intentional about building relationships with people I don't know. I've never met you, Mike.
Right.
It's like, like, so I'm very intentional about that. And I want to be able to make sure one day I'm going to be a New York Times bestseller. And so I need everybody to know who Javonne Steward is. So when
Yes.
I drop that book, y'all gonna go out there and copy it. I think I need to sell like 9,000 copies the first week to become a New York Times bestseller. I'm just putting that out there.
That's right. Yeah, making it plain. You writing the vision and making it plain. I love it.
So yes, I need y'all to know me, get familiar with me. Be like, I'm buying it because I seen her from the bottom, and now she here. So
Right.
yeah.
And you got a reference stamped, and this won't be the only place where they can come back to and see your journey, because
Yeah.
just in the greatness that's inside of you, there'll be many more interviews and platforms. And I just tell people to look out for Javonne Steward, because
Look
she's
out.
here. I ain't gonna say she's
Here
coming, she's
she
on the way.
come.
She's here. She's here. So I love it.
She on her way.
So listen, again, I say you're in that special class of light bringers, light givers, and energy. And what's one thing to leave the people with? What's a closing thought that you want to leave the people with?
Um, Ew, a closing thought.
This is
Man, what
bonus.
you
This is
will know
bonus
about
right here.
me. I know he just put me on the spot. What you will know about me, Javon does not think quick on her feet. I don't know. Oh wow. So God darn it. I wasn't prepared for this, but I guess this is practice, intense practice. What can I leave the people with? Here's the thing. This has helped me over the years. The more you get to know yourself, the better you will be for the world.
Wow.
That is like, don't spend any more time lying to yourself. Face the truth about yourself. There was one point in my life where I had to really stop and say, I don't like Javonne, so how is everybody else going to like me?
Wow.
And begin to do the work. You have to work on yourself so that you could be a better person, not just for you, but for other people as well. So really get to know yourself.
I love that. And see, you know what? I did that because I know, despite that, again, that was a bonus, but I looked, it just came in my mind, and I did it because I knew you would just drive that home. I knew you were going to
Yeah.
knock it out the park, and you did. And that's so important. And I tell people so often that a lot of times the fear that you have is the fear of yourself. People, like,
Yes.
when it comes to speaking and doing things and videos and all this, I say, listen, okay, you say you can't speak to an audience. Can you speak to the mirror? Can you look in the mirror and talk to
Yes.
Mike, you know? And so that was big. I love it, love it, love it.
Here's the thing, Mike. Here's the thing. This is everybody has either heard this quote before, or if you don't, you should know it. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Okay, I ain't gonna go all the way into it, but that's what we're really afraid of.
Right.
How powerful, like magnetic, we gonna be, and that's scary. That's a lot of responsibility.
Right.
But you got to be willing to get to know yourself and be comfortable with that. Like, I know who I am. Can't nobody change me. I'm being more of me every day, you know. And I love being me. That's what makes me me. So, yeah, the more you know about yourself, the better off you and the whole world will be.
Amazing. Look, people, look below in the description of all the ways you can connect with Javonne. That's all you get, because, you know, this is amazing. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Again, I love the way you said, I love for people to, I'm purposeful about people getting to know me and getting to know how you operate. And so that's big, because it puts more weight to everything else when you get to know who this person is. You know what it's a window sticker, right? When you go to the dealership, it's all laid out for you. This is who I am. This is what you get.
This is who I am.
Yes, I love it.
You either accept it or you don't.
Period.
Now, you get the jolliness, but then you also get I try to show pieces of my personality. I hope people catch it. Yeah.
You know what? One thing too that I think with that, seeing different sides of a person's personality, is visual, their face, and that's one thing too about your personality. You can say one thing, but your face don't lie. And so there are moments when I'm looking at a person like, oh wow, you feel their personality, because you're one where your face doesn't lie.
They don't. I can't never wear a poker face.
No poker face. Javonne, thank you so much for doing this, sis. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for having me, Mike. You are very welcome. Again, I love this journey of doing this, just connecting and finding out more about the people in my circle. And as you said, we've never met, but it's so funny because sometimes when something is just almost, it's divine or meant to be, it just happens, and it's no force, right? It's just natural. You know, we've had conversations and dialogue and all that stuff, and still has never met in person, and it just feels like I've been knowing you for a lot longer than I have.
You're my little brother. You're younger than me. I think you're younger than me. You like my little brother.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about age, but yep.
You're my little brother.
Definitely, for sure. Love it. Look, thank you so much again to you, and for everybody. Again, I encourage you to first of all support Javonne and everybody else that I have on here, but to like, subscribe, share. I thank you, and keep up with everything that's going on with Pillow Thingy. We got Pillow Thingy waving at us, and thank you all. Y'all. We'll see you next time on another episode of Black Business Booming. Peace.